Can you actually lose weight without cutting out your favorite foods? Hello, my name is Mike. Welcome to the Health Reset. I started a health journey actually quite a few weeks ago now, in order to lose weight and get healthier. This is the week 10 update. So to answer the question, a lot of people think whenever you're trying to lose weight, and I've done it in the past, you got to be perfect in everything you do. You got to eat. Every food has to be clean and healthy. And a lot of times I would try to do that. And if I didn't do that, let's say I went off and had some pizza, whatever, and a lot of people wouldn't consider that healthy food, then it would throw me totally off. And then I'd just totally go off track. My current weight this week 10 update, I'm down to 250 pounds, and that brings me down this week to, let me think, I got to add it up here. Current weight's 250, 2.8 pounds I lost this week. So pretty solid week. I'm down a total in 10 weeks of 29.4 pounds. So just a little under 3 pounds a week, which is I'm super happy with. So going back to the cutting out all your favorite foods and stuff, I think there was like 2 times this week I had pizza actually. And to be honest with you, one night we had it and I didn't feel great. It doesn't taste the same to me as it used to. But the difference is I'm not cutting out all the foods I like, but I'm just not eating a ton of them. So in order to lose weight, we have to be in a calorie deficit. We have to be burning more calories than we're taking in. So, we could eat junk food all the time. Let's say that my calorie goal for the day was like 2,000. I could eat 2,000 calories of junk and still lose weight if that was putting me in a calorie deficit. Now, there's a lot of benefit, obviously, to eating healthier foods, but just in terms of losing weight, yes, you can lose weight eating junk. I don't think you should eat junk all the time. I'm not eating junk all the time, but I think it's important to have some things that you enjoy and that you like in there as well. Also, this past week, maybe probably exercise a little bit less actually than I had been, and I'm not doing any hard, intense stuff yet. I don't know if I ever will do real intense stuff, but my wife and I have been doing some walking in the evening. Didn't do a whole lot of it. Had some rain up here. Not going to go out and walk in the rain, especially when it's cold, but no intense exercises really either. So super happy with losing that weight. And the really cool part to me is being down 29 pounds. Now I started at 279. So that puts me at over 10% pound, 10% of my body weight lost. That's always kind of a number that the doctors and stuff give you. Like, hey, if you lose 10% of your body weight, it's going to make a huge difference in your health. And, I'm super excited. In a couple of weeks, I go to the doctor and I'm going to get all of my blood work done again. So I'm real curious to see where my A1C is. Still been checking my sugar a couple times a day, and it's been really good. And I've been checking my blood pressure as well. And actually, I cut my blood pressure medication in half. Don't tell my doctor. He probably won't watch this because I didn't really ask him. But, I'll see him in a couple weeks and we'll talk about it. But and I've been taking my blood pressure a couple times a day, so I've been keeping a pretty tight watch on it. So because it was getting low, I would get up and like get a little dizzy and stuff. That stopped, and my blood pressure's still been good. Hopefully that'll continue. I'm still on the Mounjaro. Been on it, let's see, 12 weeks. Is that right? Because I'm filming this a little bit behind. So I've been on it 12 weeks. So I'm going to have another cool update here before long. That'll be the week 11. I'm going to have a really nice 3-month update, and I'll probably be the one I'll have my blood work and all that as well on. But anyway, I'm staying on the 5 milligrams. That'll be the third 4-week cycle that I'm on the 5. Did something really weird. I don't know why, but I've been giving myself the Mounjaro shot, which is a GLP-1 medication. Supposed to help you. It really knocks the food cravings down. And I think that's why like the pizza tasted not near as good to me. My taste buds are kind of changing. It was all right, but it just wasn't like, it used to be. So, knocks the cravings down. It helps you feel fuller longer because it slows your digestive system down, which is really cool. And it kind of connects your stomach and brain so that your stomach's full, your brain kind of goes, okay, we can stop eating now. So, I never really felt that before. I just kind of kept eating. So, all those things are really cool. Supposed to bring down my blood glucose levels. Supposed to help with inflammation, which I think it is. So a lot of good benefits. Supposed to have some pretty good health or heart health benefits as well. So we'll see how all that goes. But anyway, I'm usually giving myself that shot in my stomach, which is one of the recommended or approved places, I guess. You can give yourself in the stomach around your belly button. Most people kind of rotate around it, so you're not going to the same spot every week. Um, and you can also do it in your thighs, and you can also do it in the back part of your arm back here, like where your tricep area. As long as you don't go into muscle, you're supposed to go into fat. Not a problem for me. Got plenty of that. I don't have to search too far for it, so that's good. Anyway, I'm trying to work on getting rid of that though. I thought I'm going to try to give myself this shot in the thigh, and I don't know why, but I just was curious. A lot of people said you had less side effects if you do it in the thigh versus the stomach, which I never had too many side effects in the stomach anyway. But I gave it to myself in the thigh, and I was sick for about 2.5 days. I just felt like crap, no energy. I mean, not like low energy. I mean, like no energy, like super fatigued. Like, wasn't sure I was gonna be able to stay at work a couple days, but I did. And then I got over it, and then I was felt great again the rest of the week. And so the following week, you would think I'd go back to the stomach again, but no. I thought, I'm gonna try the other thigh and see if that's what was really causing that, or am I getting sick? Am I getting something else? Same exact thing. About 2.5 days, felt like total crap. So anyway, this past week I gave it to myself back in the stomach again. I'm not gonna try the arms. My wife said, "You gonna try the arms?" I said, "No, I don't want to find that out." So anyway, I'm back to the stomach. Felt really good all week, and yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Kind of some goals for this week. I'm not really too concerned about the like I weigh in once a week, and, some people, if you need to weigh in every day, that's fine. I think it would drive me crazy. Your weight fluctuates so much day to day, but also throughout the day. So, I mean, I don't want to get discouraged if you get on there like on a Tuesday and you're up 3 pounds. Wednesday you're probably going to be down again, probably retaining some water because you're not going to put on that much fat in a day. But still, it looks a little discouraging when you look down and you see that number on the scale going up. So, anyway, it's once a week for me, and I've lost every week this 10 weeks. Not, I'm almost averaging 3 pounds a week, but it's not been 3 pounds every week. Some weeks it's more, some weeks it's less. As long as it's going down, I'm good with that because I'm heading in the right direction. So, which is kind of normal. I mean, that's a normal way to lose weight. I'm not doing anything drastic in terms of cutting my calories so low, which is another interesting thing because I haven't been really tracking my calories. In the past, I get too caught up in, trying to make everything perfect and then end up falling, off the wagon. So, yeah, I'm just eating till I'm satisfied, which is usually pretty full, actually pretty quick. And then I'm done. Kind of the way probably people that aren't overweight actually eat. So it's nice to like have some control in that and feel satisfied and not, feel like I need to eat, everything in the house. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll have an update fairly soon. I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing. I know at some point, I am drinking plenty of water. 'Cause water is super important. And that's another thing, like, I used to drink a lot of, like, diet soft drinks. Those don't even really taste good to me anymore. They don't satisfy, my thirst. So water is the way to go for me. And, I mean, it's just trying to get a lot of water in. Now, when I do eat, I try to get some protein in every meal usually. Um And I do drink some, like, those pre-made protein shakes, like, pure protein, Fairlife, all those kinds of things. So it's a good way of getting protein in 'cause protein's really important to, when you lose weight, you're gonna lose fat and you're also gonna lose muscle. It just happens. So protein helps you keep the muscle you have, and it'll also help you put on some more lean muscle if you do some resistance or weight trainings, which I want to get started on before long. I just didn't want to do everything all at once and then get discouraged and then quit it all because it was just too much. Especially at my age, I'm 55. I'm a grandpa now. I got to watch what I'm doing. This isn't the young Mike anymore, um, which I'm good with. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Love to hear your stories if you're on your own health journey and weight loss. Leave me some stuff in the comments. Your wins, your losses. Let's start a conversation. Let's build a community of support here, and we will keep each other motivated, and we will keep we can learn off of each other. So thank you for joining me, and just remember, I think the lesson that I've learned this time that it's really helping me is you don't have to be perfect, and don't compare yourself to others. That's huge. And anyway, thanks for joining me, and take care.